drinking and driving. So, did you know that 32% of fatal car accident was caused by a drunk driver? Okay, now you all know. I'm sorry. We all know that drinking and driving is illegal, and it's dangerous, and it should be stopped. But this action won't stop repeating, so is there anything that we can do about it? Is there any solution? So, as a child, I've seen a family suffer from their daughter's loss in car accident. The accident was caused by a drunk driver, and I know that she's not the only victim, and they're not the only family who's suffered from this incident. So we should all be aware of the roadways, and we should all be aware of the roadways. Okay. So first I'm going to talk about the law concerning the matter in California, and second I'll talk about the consequences, and lastly I'll talk about the how we could prevent. You see this graph here. In all states in the United States have adopted 0.08 as the legal limit for the blood alcohol content. And for drivers under 21, they cannot drive with any alcohol, any measurable alcohol in the system. And if you're underage, under 21, you may not carry unsealed beer, wine, or liquor in your vehicle while you're driving alone. There are two terms of illegal concentration: driving under the influence and driving while intoxicated. These terms both refer to an act of operating a motor vehicle while impaired by alcohol or any other substances such as drugs. Well, you might be wondering, is there any difference? Well, in certain states, these two terms are given different weight. Driving while intoxicated is usually a more serious offense than driving under the influence, because intoxicated, it's a more serious offense. We'll talk about it more in a little bit. So 13 people killed each year by a drunk driver. Well, that's a lot of them, and hundreds and thousands are injured. And alcohol-related crashes cost American taxpayers over $100 billion, and over 1 million arrested each year for driving while intoxicated, and 780 are convicted. In the United States, someone is killed in every 45 minutes. Traffic crashes are #1 killer of teenagers, and 31% of teen deaths are alcohol related. So now I'm going to talk about the consequences. So a first-time offender driving under the influence and driving while intoxicated results in several penalties. Here you can see temporary impoundment of your vehicle, a fine up to several $1,000s, probation, possible jail time, and license suspension for 1 year, and community service or completion of substance abuse classes at your own expense. Okay, so how can we prevent? Well, it's great if you don't drink. I mean, you might be saying, oh, I don't drink, I won't drink, but at some point in your life you'll end up drinking. So when you're drinking alcohol or going out, decide who's going to be driving before you go out, and make sure that person doesn't really drink. Or at least you can take a taxi instead of driving. And if you're throwing a party, offer non-alcoholic drinks to your guests, and never force anyone to drink, and serve plenty of food, because a full stomach can slow down the absorption of alcoholic absorption. And give your guests extra 1 to 2 hours before they head out, and pay attention to your guests' behavior, and if they seem tipsy or drunk, call a cab or set up a ride with a sober driver. for your action. Okay. So according to the law of official enforcement, there are several signs associated with drunk driving, like making right turns, weaving, drifting, or straddling the centre line, almost striking an object or vehicle, driving on the wrong side of the road, driving at a very slow speed, stopping out of a sudden, responding slowly to traffic jams, making illegal turns, and driving after dark with headlights off. Keeping these things in mind can help you avoid the dangerous situation. And if you spot what you think is an impaired driver, keep a safe distance and call 911, and do not try to stop the vehicle yourself. So in conclusion, first I've discussed the law in California of drinking and driving, and then I've explained the consequences, and lastly I've talked about how we could prevent this. And hopefully you have more information about this topic. And the solution to this problem does not just rest in the hands of law enforcement, but within each and every single one of us to make the right decision. So, there's always a better option for everything. So keep the roadway safe by making the best decision.